It's been a while now since my last video, and so I kind of want to do a little bit of a catch-up, and I've just come back from...
Tell us about your first kiss.
Excuse me, what I was going to say was...
Tell us about your first kiss.
You're not going to let this go, are you?
Tell us about your first kiss.
Okay, alright. I think I was 13. There was a French exchange. Very, very nervous. She was very, very attractive. To be honest, I've never really been the most popular kind of guy. Not that popular at all, really. So it took me completely by surprise that this beautiful French girl would be interested in me at all. One night disco thing, the bangles were on, eternal flame, there you go.
Most expensive casual item of clothing ever bought.
Expensive clothing. Levi 501s. I think I only ever bought one pair like ever in my entire life. I think it was the only pair of jeans I had for like, I don't know, 2 years or something, and yeah, they lasted, I tell you.
What was the first job you ever wanted as a kid?
I wanted to be a police officer. My granddad was in the police for like 25 years after he got out of the army after the Second World War, and not that I don't think he ever really talked to me about it that much. It was just kind of one of those things that I've always wanted to be, and it kind of sits there with astronaut and firefighter and stuff. Honestly, I wanted to be this, and in fact, this was like from being a really, really small, like I don't know, 5 years old, all the way through to when I was 14. Now, when I was 14, I went on work experience. Well, it was probably the most boring week of work experience. There was one day that was in Scenes of Crime when we kind of did fingerprints, and we went out and he took me in his truck and they did all the CSI type stuff. The rest of it was just paperwork and boring as.
Tell us about your group of school friends.
This particular group of friends who kind of really became close during sixth form. Yeah, there was Kevin, and then there was Stephen and Helen and Amanda, and there was, yeah, I had quite a lot of school friends. In fact, you kind of like, your Facebook is like peppered with a whole bunch of people, and to say that I had one particular group of friends is probably the best way of describing it, kind of like that concentric circle kind of thing.
What would you name your kids?
Well, I've got a kid now. He's called Nicholas, and I got to choose his name. Nicholas with Evans, and you kind of have like the author, and you also, in New Zealand, you have Nick Evans, who was an All Black for a little while, and so nobody ever asked me why I named him Nicholas. One of my friends was called Nicholas way back in school, and he was just such a funny, great guy.
Who do you want to answer the survey next?
Anybody can go and answer the questions, and please, share with me and everybody else. One person in particular, in Wellington, there's a guy called Andrew. Username is Strugs Not Drugs. Yeah, if you've not done the survey yet, tag you're it.